CashColorCannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv. Have my guest finally in the building. Hey, Vanessa.
Hi, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for having me. Good night.
Good night.
We just learned, because she is actually Jamaican. And I guess you freaked out the people you interviewed with prior. And you said good night, and everybody bugged out. Like, what do you mean good night? You going to sleep? But that's a Jamaican thing. Like, y'all don't say, you say good night when you walk in.
Yes, if it's morning, you say good morning. If it's evening, you say good evening, good afternoon, good night. Yeah.
So we just all unrefined over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. So let's get into you. So first off, in a nutshell, who is Vanessa Bling?
Vanessa Bling.
Oh, you still go.
Okay. Vanessa Bling is a humble individual that's work very hard, and love music.
That's what's up. And loves music. That's what it is.
Yes.
So I know you love music. Music is clearly your life. But when did you get to the point when you knew music was going to be your life? Like, when did that hit you?
To be honest, I think when I was 14, that's because by the time you kind of grow up, you kind of get to understand life. But I think music, I was born to do this. I think I was really born to do this, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah,
you've had some crazy opportunities. I didn't get a chance to mention this, but your mentor and the person who really kind of shined the biggest light on you is World Boss, Vybz Kartel.
Yes.
How did your talent catch the ear of Vybz Kartel?
Well, it was actually a friend of mine that introduced me to a friend that knew Vybz Kartel, and it's so funny. I get to meet Vybz Kartel. The guy invite me and say, "Okay, meet me 8 a.m. at this location. We're gonna link Vybz Kartel because where Vybz Kartel used to have his studio at Father Romit in Avondale. The guy and Father Romit is family, but sometimes somebody see you and claim they know you, but them don't know you, but it's in the same vicinity. So it was something like that, but God let it happen. I was sitting there waiting because he told me Vybz Kartel will come at 8. I'm sitting there watching the clock. 8 come, no Vybz Kartel. 9 come, no Vybz Kartel. 10 o'clock. No, I'm not easy to give up. Trust me, I'm determined. So God let it happen. I sit there and a guy come around the back and call and say, anybody around here know him, Vanessa? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, some cops is at the gate to you. I'm like, cops? So my heart kind of beeping because I'm like, I wonder if them people I think say me some informer, some what cops I do around here. But apparently I walked to the studio, so one of my cousin friends saw me walking, and then he come around there because he knew it is Vybz Kartel studio. So I went to the gate, and then Vybz Kartel was sitting under the tree with his entourage and stuff, and then I just put on a little pretty walk. So when I put on the pretty walk, I see him look like, you can feel somebody looking at you. So I'm like, okay, I went to the gate and I was like, I'm about to record now, you got to leave. I'm about to go in the studio. Them time they're not going in the studio, but you have to just speak thing in existence for it to happen. So I was like, I'm going into the studio, I gotta go. And I went back and I went straight to him because I'm a brave person. I went straight to him. I'm like, I'm the first one that even called him my general. I'm like, my general, I can't sing. I want you to bust me right now. And he was like, okay, hold up. And two of it, the guys there was there, and they kind of stepped to me. They stepped kind of close, and I was like, okay. I'm like, my general, I can sing, and I want you to bust me today. And same time, one of the guys were there, and he was like, my general, true, she can sing. I know her. She come on the Gaza before, and she mashed it up. And he was like, so how I don't know about this? I was like, you're gonna know about it now. And then I said to him again, I said, listen, I can sing. And I want you to bust me. And he was like, I'm not busting anymore body right now, because at the time 2 of the members did just come out the camp, so it was kind of up and down. So same time I was like, let me sing for you because I can't sing. And he was like, you're so determined, I love that with you. And he was like, sing. And then I sing. Oh my God, when I started singing, him couldn't even move. He was like, okay, I'm going to take you in the studio, give you a rhythm. If you can write that rhythm the proper way, then you start, then me go bust him. I say, all right, my general, I'm ready, let's go. And him get up instantly, we go in the studio. I remember the producer put on the track, and then I had this song that I wrote a long time ago, and I started singing. He was like, okay, she's a superstar. Okay, sit right there. And I sit right there. And it was time for him to buy food and thing. And he was like, you want something to eat? I was like, no, my belly is so full. So from there until this day, it was just history. And I'm just grateful for that opportunity.
Let me tell you how you telling me this story, I would have been scared twice. First time is 8 a.m. I mean, in meeting Vybz Kartel. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. Am I about to get kidnapped? Then by the time they call and the police is up at the door, I'm really shook.
No, I'm the type of person, like, I don't let fear take me over, and I'm not fear of mankind.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you can't be fearful, especially when you're trying to shoot for a career like the one that you have currently.
Yeah.
So after the audition process, you did get linked up with Vybz as far as being part of his Portmore crew, his Portmore empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like, saying being around that kind of energy? Because it was Vybz, it was Popcorn, it was you had a lot of good a lot of good voices around you. Like, what was it like being around that energy at that moment?
It was great. I want to tell you, it was like one of my best time, I can say, because back then in 2010 you have I was in the group. You have Popcorn, you have Tamale, you have the Marital Family, you have Sean Storm, you have Dosa Melissa, you have Indu Sheba, all of them. So it was a big camp. It's like 13 of us. But I think I did stand out because I did the most collaboration with Vybz Kartel, whether it's on a man's side or a female side. I think we have 17 collaboration together, so it was working non-stop for me, because even when everybody else is at home, I was at studio from Sunday to Sunday non-stop, and Vybz Kartel was at studio with me every single day. So I think I've learned a lot from Vybz Kartel, and I think I've been around him more than anybody else during that time.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So you were around him during a very crucial time too. Yeah, very crucial time. As we all know that World Boss is locked up right now. He's we always hear rumors that he's coming out soon, but right now currently he's locked up. You were there when everything happened, when the cops crashed down on him. What was it like being part of that scene? And first tell us about what it's like being part of that scene when that happened, and what was it like having to do time? That had to have been a hard moment.
Listen, the funny thing about it is, before this happened, like couple weeks before, police had stopped me and Vybz Kartel, and like I remember we had some weed, and the police pulled on. I'm telling you, if I wasn't in the car, they would shoot up the car and kill both Vybz Kartel and the two niggas that was in it. Like, the police them just come down on him, and like I had to get out the car so quick. And I remember I had some weed, and they were like, it's Vybz Kartel weed, they're picking up for him. I'm like, no, this is one of my cousin weed, because it was my cousin weed that I get to drop off to him. So I was in the car and I was like, oh my God. Then it come back again. They had curfew, they locked him up and they let him out. Everything went fine. I was in my bed. I would never forget that morning, and I got the call. They were like, Vybz Kartel get locked up. I'm like, come off of my phone. Me can't take the drama with you. I'm hang up my phone. Somebody else call me. Your boss just get locked up. I'm like, it's too early. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. Hang up my phone. Then my phone ring again. Then one of the members out of the camp call me, and Vanessa, them just let lock up the general. We have to go down there. I'm like, calm down, I'm sleeping. Because I knew the process in Jamaica, so I didn't even take it serious, because they always spread rumors. And then I went back to sleep, because as I told you, I didn't take it serious. And then while I was there sleeping, I actually woke up, and when I woke up, I see a lot of missed call and thing, and I was like, okay, this sounds serious. I turn on the radio, I hear it. I'm like, okay, this is serious. So I start calling around now and say, Kartel get locked up, and everybody's like, yeah, him get locked up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, because I just leave where Vybz Kartel was. We'll go to studio and everything, and then we'll go then forget the call. I'm like, okay. Him start go court and thing, them not let him out and thing, so we start go court and everything. Then I get involved in the case. Yeah. I'm like, okay. So for me, the system was trying to break me, but I was unbreakable. I think as a woman, they were trying to put things in my mouth, like wanted me to say things that I have no clue about. Like they wanted me to lie on Vybz Kartel where there was nothing to lie about. So I'm like, this is so crazy. I remember like when I get the call, like they had my name all over the news every single day. Vanessa Bling, person of interest, please report to the police station. Ooh. Like I remember like my mother phone, like they've been calling my mother, and I'm like, mommy, I'm not going in on a Friday because you know, officially when you're going on a Friday, if they lock you up, you're not getting bail because you're gonna be there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, mommy, do not cry. I got this. I'm strong enough. I'm not going in. And then I called my lawyer and I was like, I'm not going in because I know the situation is like, okay, you don't have to. And then I remember I called one of my friends and she was in town because I had to leave my place because I know they were coming for me. So I had to leave, went to town, stay by one of my friends like for 1 week. And to show you how funny it was, I was there for a week and police come there.
And they didn't know you was there?
They didn't see, I see them, but they didn't see me. So I was like, what is this? And then my friend, like, she's like, Vanessa, you don't have to go in up. But I can feel her like she's fretting because if the police come and catch me at their house, they're going to be locked up. And I was like, okay, let me just go in. And then I call my lawyer the following Monday and I say, come get me, I'm just going to go in because I know they're fretting. Yeah. Because any of the police come there and see me, they're going in. And I went in, thought they're going to question me and stuff. They actually locked me up. While I was there and stuff, I remember one of the police women was like, don't worry yourself because when I go for Augustus, the ladies, them gonna have sex with you. I'm like, as long as I know you will have sex with me, everything gonna be fine. I was there and I was like, this is, I was like, because no, to be those time back then I was so fiery, I was so feisty, I was so rough, I was everything you could think about, and I was like, okay. And I remember like when they take me to Central Jail where I spent almost 3 weeks on cold concrete. They were so mean to me. Like, woman always fighting me and have a problem with me. I remember like I just got in there, I got locked up, my mother came, bring food for me, and one of the female cops was like, no, we not give her no food. And I remember one of the male was like, why you hate her so much? Everybody's eating, why you don't want she have no meal? And I was like, okay, if she feel like say if I don't get food I'm gonna die, you have it wrong, miss. I'm not gonna die. I used to not eating. It's okay, I got this. And the male cops, he actually took out the food and give me and I eat. And I remember like it was so rough. Like when they bring the bucket with food, like they bring the crackers. If now it's 5 of us in the cell, and like it's like a little thing, and then you have the little upstairs and downstairs. But bear in mind it's like cold concrete. Yeah. And the same place where you eat, you have to defecate, urinate, all of those madness. And they will bring a big bucket of crackers. And like if it's 5 of us, they bring 5 slice of plantain, 5 single. So you know you have to take out 1 single slice of the plantain with some crackers. And they bring you 1 big bucket of sugar and water, tea. You have to drink that. I'm like, okay. I remember I was there, I pray. I went to court. My lawyer asked for bail. The judge was like, no, she's not getting any bail. I remember I pray. I was like, Father God, if you're not ready for me to leave here, please take me somewhere where I can get bed. And I remember I go to court and they call up my name in the court and like, Vanessa, you're going to transfer. I'm like, transfer. Then I asked the one of the cops, where am I going? And he said, Fort Augustus. I'm like, damn. At that same time, I think about my mom because they describe Fort Augustus. It is so rough. And I remember when I going out and my mama heard that I was going to Fort Augustus, she started crying. I was like, mother, I got this. Your daughter got this. Be strong. And I went there. I went to Fort Augustus and like it's like the guards there, they went down there and tell the girls that I was coming. Oh my God. Yeah, so when I stepped down there, it's like I went to a show. You know, like when I went to the show and you hear introducing Vanessa Bling and that whole heap of excitement there, I'm like, okay, where am I at? Am I coming to foreign or is a show? I went there, I have my dam. I locked the dam, like it was like 26 girls of us in one dam, but it was big. So you got bed there. Bear in mind, I asked God to take me off this concrete and he put me on this bed. So I went there. I started going church because they have church. They have Sunday church, Saturday church. But I went to Sunday church because I'm from a Pentecostal background. the girls actually there, they want to do everything for me. Like all my panties, they want to wash. I was like, you can wash everything else, but not the panty. And it was like, it was so cruel there. Like they treated the girls them so bad. Like when you have fight there, like the police them and the guards, they will never come until fight is over, because for them, they say when they receive you, they receive a body. That's the thing. When I just get there, they say, welcome, we receive a body. I'm like, receive a body. So that for sure you say them don't care if you're dead or not, because you're already dead to them any which way. So while I'm there, I keep praying. I was like, okay, Father God, you take me off the cold concrete that I asked you for. You put me on bed now. It's time for me to go home. My lawyer, I remember, like, I spent so much money trying to get this appeal, and they will not give me the appeal. I remember coming down to Christmas because my mom born Christmas Day. I was like, okay, I'm going to get out of here Christmas. End up, I never get out. Went back to court. The time when I was not expecting it, that was the time I get released. Bear in mind, I get released. It's like I'm still in prison. I get out of Fort Augustus. Now they had me on reporting. Like I have to report at the station.
Like probation.
Yes, so I had to report at the station like 3 times. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 8 to 2. If I miss 2, they are going to take back the bail. They take away my passport, everything. So, you know, for that 3 years and 9 months, I'm reporting all those times. And I'm going to court 4 times a week. Non-stop. It was... Oh, I've been through so much, like, but I'm right here right now. I just want to give God thanks. I'm grateful.
Yeah, not only give thought, and you don't look like what you've been through.
I know.
Not at all. Because you got out of prison, you were able to fight your case.
Yes.
And you did receive a blessing, which is a new situation here in the States.
Yes.
Yeah, and you have a new album out right now. Speak to us about the album.
Still Standing. A lot of person ask why you named the album Still Standing.
You want to hear the story?
Yeah, so I've been through a lot. So despite everything that I've been through, I'm still here. I'm still standing strong. So okay. I say, you know what? Let me name the album Still Standing. And if you're listening to it, the album is speaking about my life and everything that I've been through. It's like a storyline. Yes.
That's dope, man. And you congratulations to you. I know it entered in the Billboard Top 10.
Yes, thank you very much.
For the reggae charts. You know, growing up in Boston, I developed a love of dancehall and a love of reggae early in my life, and I always felt like it should be a bigger thing in the States. Do you ever feel like dancehall could ever become like a real music staple in the United States, like hip hop has or like rock and roll has?
Yes. All it needs is just need the right set of people to just come along and get it and put it to the next level. That's why I'm here to do that. Yeah. All it takes is just the right team that's going to believe in you, and you just have to work hard and take this thing serious.
Yeah, we came pretty close, you know, because at the point where we saw Sean Paul and Beanie Man and Shaggy definitely cross over, you would have thought it would have took, you know, saying it would have carried a lot more people with it. Like even with Elephant Man, like I remember first time seeing Elephant Man on MTV, it blew my mind. I'm like, yo, this went from a tape to this man's on MTV.
Yes. And
now we're in 2018 and it's like crickets. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me.
It is.
Hopefully you are a new standard here, you know, when it comes to the music. And I haven't had a chance to listen to the project, and I'm loving a couple of the records, matter of fact. I love the fact that, again, you easily can blend in, like how they'll take a dub plate in dancehall. You could blend in over any kind of track. You know what I mean? And I think that's smooth, like beyond smooth.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I love that. You know, you had mentioned that you were actually riding with weed the first time that Vybz was pulled over by the cops. Have you ever consumed? You know, are you a consumer of cannabis?
No, I don't smoke and I don't drink.
Really?
Positive.
The drinking part I'm cool with, but the weed part we're gonna discuss this because you're from Jamaica.
A lot of people always say about, oh, you're from a rough crew like that, and especially from Jamaica, you don't drink, you don't smoke. I don't do none of those things. Don't drink, don't smoke.
That's what I was gonna say, because it wasn't like you was in the nicest crew on earth or nothing like that. Like even like how you met Vybz, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was smoking like 8 splits at a time, you know.
He was, trust me. But
you know, what is your favorite memory of Vybz? I'm about to get a story.
My favorite memory is just being in studio with Vybz Kartel, going to all these different places, these different islands with him. One of the most important and memorable one is I think it was in St. Martin. That time I just did one man with him, and when you say introducing Vanessa Bling, and like when I didn't expect it because the song did just drop and we went to St. Martin the week after, and to hear everybody, it was like 20,000 people singing. I was like, oh my God, this is this. So yeah.
That's what's up. Before we close out of here, I want to know what's next for you. So what are we gonna see Vanessa Bling working on, or where are we gonna see you at over the next few years?
Actually, we just dropped the project. I want you guys to go and get it. It's called Still Standing.
Yes.
The first single of it. It's called 10 Bag.
And 10 Bag is a good record.
Yes.
Yeah, I do like that record.
Thank you. We have tour. We're doing some radio run now, and then after that, I leave for Canada. Then for Canada, I think we have a Caribbean tour. Then from the Caribbean tour, we're going to Europe, back to Europe because I've done Europe before. Then we're going to Israel, my second time going to Israel. From Israel, we're going to UK. From the UK, we're coming back to the US to do a US tour. From the US, I think we're going to India December. From India, we're going to China. From China, we're going to Japan. From Japan, we're going to Africa for 3 months, and then from Africa we're just taking it from there.
You're just taking it from there. You're busy.
Yes,
like just taking it from there. We might go to Mars real quick. There's some fans up there.
Yeah, so follow me on Instagram at Real Vanessa Bling, Twitter Vanessa Bling, VB, Facebook official Vanessa Bling. Oh Nana, you know I work hard for the dollar. I grind till I come up. I whine on the cash. I'm girl right here, boss. Upon him, make him mala. Make you wanna know where I come from. Ends out, so I treat him like my son. Can't keep up, you work harder than all of them. I've got expensive habits, so you know that I have to have it. Run my check now, run my check. Run my money, run my check. Run my money, get the cash, get the bag. Run my check, run my money. Count this money like 1, 2, 3. I count this money like eyes on me. Count this money like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like Prada. Girls like me like designer. Don't need nobody cause I'm the plug. I'm the plug. Make your boyfriend fall in love real fast. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thanks
You're definitely
for having me.
An amazing testimony. Definitely.
Thank you very
Keep
much.
telling that
Thank
story.
you.
And that's CashColorCannabis, a high level of conversation. We'll be right back. Yo, yeah, that's an amazing testimony.
Oh, thank you.
Serious, man. Prayer life.